intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. 3, groanings. Creation. Our surroundings, our family, everything that's connected to us is groaning. We're groaning secretly, privately. Am I right? Yeah, you look within yourself enough, you be like, dang, I'm good when all this is up. Free me from this dead body. Thanks be unto God. What does that say in Romans 7? Who should deliver me from this body of death? Remember he talked about it in Romans 7? He said, thanks be unto God. He's giving me the victory. Amen. Yes. So the purpose that God has given us has always been to manifest himself into a physical creation. That's what the incarnation of Christ was. 2,000 years ago, he's going to have another entity, an organism, a genuine representation. You hear me say that all the time, representation. I'm telling you, that you can take it to the bank. Most everybody is speaking some level about representation because I'm telling you, we need to represent well. We need to represent. That's what it means. To represent his values, his nature, his qualities. We need a representation. That's why he said, as the Father has sent me, I send you. As a representation of the kingdom of God. Not our creeds, not our bylaws. Not our doctrine. Not our anointings and all the other stuff that's going to go up as wood, hay, and stubble. Every man's work's going to be tried. He says, so that he receives glory, not only the spiritual dimension, the heavens, but also in matter itself. The goal is for God's kingdom to come to earth and for God's will to be done in earth as it is in heaven. So, what this got to do with it? I'm going someplace. We're going to see if we can connect the dots. So while some today in society is focusing on the outward natural kingdoms and the kingdoms of men, and looking at all that jockeying, even in Christendom and ecumenical circles, everybody's still trying to find a seat in high places, chief seats. Am I right? Yes. God has some people in the earth that have already been seated. Yes. Ephesians 2 and 6 is my seat. I don't need another seat other than that. Amen. Any other authority outside of what Christ did is illegitimate authority. Yeah, let's keep riding. It said on the outward natural kingdom and others rely on the earthly wisdom and power. You know, that's why knowledge has increased. People are relying on earthly wisdom and power. And the mystery of the kingdom is ultimately that power and authority that is proceeding from the heavenly realm and must be ascertained through faith. As we're being summoned. That's what the rod of iron is. It's a summoning of a people that have gone on to perfection. Summoned in the spirit as we shift into the culmination of the ages. Knowing if the world is to be saved and healed of its despair, the ecclesia must be saved and healed from its despair. We're going to vote. We vote. We want to do it. That's because we're citizens. We're supposed to vote. You keep voting. Vote, 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 vote. And I'm not a card-carrying Republican anymore. Republican. Okay? That's why you don't hear me saying nothing. Absolutely nothing. I know. Let's put a plug in. I'm not a Democrat either. All right. Amen. Amen. So you know, some of us are party liners, factionists, and all that stuff. Well, I'm a die-hard Democrat. Well, okay, fine. Yeah, you're gonna die hard too. Yeah. But anyhow, we're not in those parties. We're not a donkey or an elephant. Those bestialities. And after 2008, the blinders came off. I watched my constituents, my arrogant European brothers and sisters, started having a hissy fit about a Nubian brother that was in office. So I kind of, Asiatic back in the day is what he used to tell me when I was at Morris American. I was Asiatic, brother. But anyhow, you know, so I watched all the decorum and the lack of etiquette put a disdain in my taste buds. Because racism is rampant.
Yes.
The higher you go up. I told you how many people try to figure out how I know what I know. Yeah, thank God for Apostle Burgess told me, said, hey, you know, it's only 3% of color, theologians that are of color.
Yes.
Make sure you in that 3.
Amen.
From that point on, you got it, buddy. I'm going to do what I need to do. We got to represent well. Amen. Is there anything good that can come out of the trouble yet? Yes, sir. So we need to be saved from the despair that's in the church. And the despair is, we've been taught that there's nothing more than this life. You get saved, just hold on for an incremental amount of time. If you get saved at 30, you got to hold on for 50 more years. You know, find a church to hang out in, pay your tithe, and, you know, make sure the kids are raised right, put them in the right schools.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Huh? You love on one another. Enjoy life.
I know.
When Islam, when I was incarcerated, when I got, probably would, but when I got indoctrinated with Islam and Moorish American by my uncle, y'all don't know which one. They had a plan back then in 50 years.
Go say that.
And they were right there. They pretty close to what they wanted to do, talking about Islam, to take over the world. One of the fastest growing religions. And they got zeal, passion, excitement, strategy. And we sit around here and we're struggling with trying to figure out which pastor's going to take the lead, who's the best church, who got the best choir. Oh, Lord. You know, if you try to get 5 of us together to join allegiance anytime, we got to figure out who's going to preach, who's going to gather the offering, and who's going to host. I just come, man. I ain't got to do none of them. In fact, I prefer not to do any of them. You know, but it's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to contend with. And they're growing. That's a lemon that's growing and expanding. But we haven't understood our purpose. And the purpose of the church is not just for us to hold on.
Say that.
The purpose of the church is to advance the kingdom.
Amen.
Now, we ain't got to be militant. We ain't got to go out there and tell everybody we ain't got to be stacked with all the paraphernalia and the hats and the gloves and the coffee cups. And come on now. Y'all know, you know, every time a new thing come on the horizon, we got to go buy it and make it